What is up guys, Say back in your video, and today I'll be showing you guys over 15 survival tips to help you survive as long as possible in 60 Seconds Reatomized. So if you do want to check them out, I'll be writing them down in the description down below, so scroll down, go check them out. But without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Roll the intro.
Yeah, we pulled up, put a deuce in the Sprite, then we go up. Got a bitch for the bros, yeah, she hold up.
Okay, so the first tip I wanted to show you guys was when you go on new game, go on Apocalypse, and before you even enter the game, they tell you to choose a character. So you can either choose Ted or either choose Dolores. So the reason you want to choose Ted is simply for the scavenging. So Ted, when you try to carry him, if you're scavenging as Dolores, he'll take 3 slots. But when you're scavenging as Ted, you basically save a slot because Dolores takes 2, which basically saves you a 3 spot. Okay, so the next scavenging tip is your priority. So what I mean by priorities is what you should take when you have 60 seconds to scavenge. So your priority items apart from the family is the map, radio, suitcase, medkit, and obviously food and water. So the reason I didn't choose any items such as the gun, the axe, the Boy Scout book is because you can find them in the suitcase. So the suitcase is obviously one of the most useful items in the game. You can go on expeditions with it, taking up to 3 items for your characters. So yeah, obviously suitcase ultra useful at the beginning of the game. You can find items in it, and that's why I didn't add the other weapons that take 2 hands. So for the map and radio is simply how you can get rescued. So radio, you can get rescued by the military in late game, and map, you can get rescued by the twins / friendly survivors. So obviously if you do want to win the game, the map and radio are the most useful things. But if you want to just risk it and try to find them in expeditions, you can. But really the key to scavenging is getting the suitcase, because that will get you guaranteed items and guaranteed goodies in expeditions. So obviously you'll need a bunch of soup cans and water, as much as you can, so that you can survive very long. But also the medkit is super useful, so you can only have 1 in the game, but people in your shelter really often get sick, so the medkit will be a great help for surviving as long as possible. Just a little extra scavenging tip for the Tsar Bomba game mode, and that's that you only need to take 1 parent. So I know that parents are the most important character in the games, because if they both die you lose, but in the Tsar Bomba game mode you really need to take risks if you want to attempt to win. So you won't win every single time in Tsar Bomba because it's really hard, but if you stay tuned for my survival tips and tricks, it'll help a lot, trust me. Speaking about survival tips, I just wanted to give you guys a little first survival tip about when you should ration the supply. So basically a character in 60 seconds can survive 4 days without water and usually 9 days without food. So remember, give the family water every 4 days, and every 9 days you can give them food. Next tip for survival is so that you guys know who you should trust in 60 Seconds Reatomized. So I'll be telling you guys the 3 people that you can always trust no matter what, and that is the twins, military, and friendly survivors. So whenever they ask you something, give it to them, because that's how you can get rescued. Okay, so while we're talking about getting rescued, you just need to remember that if you're getting the twins rescuing you storyline, remember to not steal, not kill, or raid someone's, because if you do, their siblings will not rescue you, and if you want to check that they're not coming, you'll see a bloody handprint appear in your bunker. Now for expeditions, remember that early game you should only go out if you have the gas mask, because usually after that the nuclear bomb exploded, the outside is highly radioactive, so you obviously do not want to get the family members sick. Now in 60 seconds you can also get a Pancake the dog scenario. So when you get an event saying that there's a growling creature, and you can either use the gun, the bug spray or the flashlight, just use the flashlight because it's Pancake the dog which can help you survive. So always trust Pancake the dog because he can give you free supplies if he comes back to your shelter saying that he's agitated. So you'll have the choice to either use the map gun or axe, use the map, or he'll run away, and you can get free supplies from this. So just trust Pancake 100%. For the last choice trick, I just want to say that if you have the option to talk to someone in your bunker for some reason, should always say yes, or your family members can go insane. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the family members, and my boy Timmy is going first. So Timmy, his attributes is that he's an amazing scavenger, so always make him go scavenge for supplies. He brings back the best stuff home. So yeah. Okay, so the next family member we're going to talk about is Mary Jane, and I'll tell you exactly why, and that's because she can mutate. So I did do a full mutant Mary Jane guide video, so if you click the link in the description down below, you can check that out, because it's honestly a really cool feature from Mary Jane. Something else that can help you survive as long as possible is knowing that you should keep the adults alive at all costs. If Ted and Dolores die, then it's game over. So remember, if you have the choice to save someone, always choose the parents, no matter how hard the decision is. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. I really hope that it did help you. If it did, remember to smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.